Peace, 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 everybody. Brother James, House of Healing Light, Higher Frequency School of Energy Being. I just wanted to come before you today. I just learned about something that I felt as though I wanted to give some tips about. I just heard about the Great Lock In 2025, where people want to truly lock in and get focused on whatever the things that they want to accomplish before the year is out. And so I just wanted to come before us and just give a couple of tips that I have learned, received, been given, so to speak, by Allah. And I just wanted to share it with you because I want us to be successful. So, one of the main tips that I want to give us is you need a win when you first start out because you want to make sure that your will can grow stronger. You want to make sure that you can feel good about becoming more focused. So, when you're making your list of things, try to make the first thing that you list something that you know is attainable. Now, for all of my people who know about manifestation, you always want to go above what you need, but you still want to keep it in a realm that you know that you can complete it. Because what will happen is once you get that first win, again, you'll grow, you'll feel confident, you'll get more focus, you'll be like, yes, I can do this. So you want to make sure that, number one, also don't necessarily make a super long list. That can make you feel overwhelmed. And a lot of us, when we get overwhelmed, we start to shut down. We start to get scared. We also, again, start thinking about, well, I don't think I can do it because of this and that. So you want to try to go after something that's attainable and possibly something that, you kind of need right now. Whether it be something that uh, personally you want to work on because it seems to be impeding you from going higher at the job or higher in your business, then you obviously would want to choose that in your top five, top three. But when we start making these lists, again, try to make the first one something that you can definitely attain. You can make it happen. So you hit the ground running, you get that win under your belt. And then again, that will make you feel more comfortable with moving on to the next thing. Now, try not to make things too broad for yourself. Again, try to reel it in a little bit. Like, don't make your first goal is I want to make $1 million, and you're not even used to having $70,000. You haven't really learned how to work with that yet. You see what I'm saying? Understand that there's a science to everything. So even when it comes to going after goals, you want to use science. You want to make sure that you're understanding why you're going after it and how. It's good to just have the thought that I want or I need to accomplish this. But a lot of times we will fail because of the fact that we don't have a strategy, a methodology, a plan in place, and we have not studied what we're trying to accomplish. Because in life, we've learned that there's a lot of prerequisites that come with things. You don't just jump in the trick, and skip basic mathematics. You got to work your way up. So when we're planning, we got to put into perspective, okay, what are some things that I need to have in order for me to complete this goal? Because sometimes it may mean that you need to go to school. It may mean that you may have to watch a lot of YouTube videos, Google a lot of things, talk to some people to really get the real perspective on what you're trying to do. Because there's layers, there's steps, and you don't want to kill your self-esteem because you just go and try to do something, but you didn't learn or know or understand that there were steps. You skipped the steps, then things fell apart, didn't work. Now you feel deflated and you can't get back up, and you just like say, pardon my language, to hell with it. See, we don't want to do that. So we want to be scientists. We want to learn the science behind the things that we're striving to do, personal, business, or what have you. So those are a few things that I want us to make sure that we use in our preparations for going after things that we want to change within ourselves, whether it be our business, our family life, or what have you. So again, make that first thing something that may be easily attained. So you can start off on a good foot, so to speak. Make sure you understand you need the science because you want to be successful, and you need to understand what you're getting into. I would definitely say prayer. And I would say go to House of Healing Light on YouTube and view the days of prayer and take the whatever you can from it and implement it, because we break it down into certain steps and certain things that you need to do. But you need prayer because you want to connect to the greatest source, the main source, to have that backing you. And prayer makes it so that you can communicate with the prayer and meditation, communicate with the creator and get some answers so that you don't make a whole bunch of mistakes, errors, moving too fast, moving too slow, moving too soon. So go back and go watch the days of prayer. I would also say take our classes. We got a class coming up on Monday, tomorrow. Know thyself, purification of self. One of the things that you want to do is you need to clear yourself out. So take the purification class so that when you start to do your work, to go after what you're going after, you got a clean vessel. You got an energy that can flow through you and therefore help you. Another good one is our class, Awakening the DNA. You want more power, you want more energy, you want higher frequencies, because that will allow you to think on a higher level so that you can get the job done. Then you take our peaceful place class where you learn how to make a peaceful place that you can keep with you, because the more peaceful you are, the clearer your mind is. You make better decisions. Also, remember that the ancient ones use universal energies, use terrestrial or planetary energies. This is how they became successful. We need to do the same. We just had the Lion's Gate. We just had the Blood Moon, where we could draw energies from these um, universal happenings and use them in a certain way to better ourselves, to give ourselves the better chance to accomplish goals. See, we got to go back to what we used to do. We used to plan ahead of time. We knew about the seasons, so you knew when to plan, when to plant, so that you can get the best harvest. And then you knew there's a time to plan and really just focus on planning. And then there's a time to work, to be successful. So with that, family, go to www.houseofhealinglight.com and look for the classes. And make sure that you put your best foot forward, and then we will be giving more tips so that we all can be successful. So with that, I will say peace.